here are the answers for the 1, 2, 3 homework assignment. So problem number 104 said find the slope and the intercepts of 3x plus 4 equals 12, and then sketch a graph. So in order to find the intercepts, you plug in 0 for each. So I plugged in 0 for x, and ended up dividing by 4, so I got y equals 3. So the intercept would be 0, 3. And then to find the x, I would end up with 3x equals 12, which is 4. So 4, 0 would be my x-intercept. And then my slope, I would end up solving for, put it in slope-intercept form. So I get 4y equals negative 3x plus 12 divided by 4. So I get y equals negative 3 over 4x plus 3. So my slope was negative 3 over 4. So I have negative 3 over 4, 4, 0, and 0, 3. So knowing that I have 0, 3, I can put a dot right there, and 4, 0, a dot right there. I can use that to sketch my graph. Then it says, write an equation for the line that passes through the point 2, 0, and 0, negative 3. Remember that drawing a diagram, in this case, drawing the graph, can be very helpful. So I know that 2, 0 is right here, and 0, negative 3 is right here. So I already have my y-intercept, I just need to find my slope. So to find my slope, I subtract. So I get negative 3 over negative 2. So my slope is 3 over 2. So to write my equation, I have y equals 3 over 2x minus 3, and that would be my equation. Next problem said solve each equation below, give solutions in both radical and decimal form. Knowing that it wanted it in a radical and decimal, I inferred that I was going to use the quadratic equation. So in the first one, I'm going to get a negative 3 plus or minus square root, 3 squared is 9, minus 4 times a times 3. So 4 times 3 is 12, so it's going to end up being positive 12, all divided by 2. So 9 plus 12 is going to give me a 21. So in radical form, the answer is negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 21 divided by 2, which is equal to approximately 0.79 and negative 3.79. So both of these needed to be our answer because it was in the instructions. So for the second one, I'm going to subtract the 12, so I get 3x squared minus 7x minus 12 equals 0. Quadratic equation, I'm going to get 7 plus or minus the square root of negative 7 squared is 49. It's going to end up being plus 4 times 3 times 12, 144, divided by 6. So when I simplify that, I get 7 plus or minus the square root of 193 divided by 6. Or, in decimal form, 3.48, or negative 1.15. Problem 107 says, Jason loves to download music. Downloads R Us sells songs only in packages of 3, and it charges $2 for each package of 3 songs. Jason's favorite group just released their greatest hits CD, which has 17 songs on it. Jason wants to buy all 17 songs. How much should Jason expect to pay? Well, he has to buy things in multiples of 3, and you can't, 17 is not a multiple of 3. So I have to find the closest multiple to 3 that's bigger than 17, and that'll give me what I pay. So 18 is a multiple of 3. So he's actually going to have to pay for 18 songs. So we're going to do 18, charges $2 for each 3, divided by 3, which is 6. So he's going to have to pay 6 times 2, or $12. A lot of people ended up figuring out like a unit rate, and in this case, it's not a straight line. It's not going to give us a straight unit rate because any 3 songs, whether I buy 1, 2, or 3, is going to cost me the same amount. Next problem says, make a sketch of the graph showing the relationship between the number of people on your school's campus and the time of day. So like at the beginning of the day, it starts out at 0, and then a lot of people come. Some people might leave. Some people might come back. By the end of the day, all the students have gone home. So your graph should have looked something like that. But it can't be just a straight line going up because that implies that no matter what time of day, more and more students keep coming. It's got to come back at one point, down at one point. Problem 109, for each graph below, find the domain and range. So for the first one, the domain is between -3 and +3. And the range is actually just -2, 1, and 3. The second one, the domain, x equals 2, and the range is all real numbers. The third one, the domain is x is greater than or equal to 2, -2, and then the range again is all real numbers. The last problem says we're trying to find probability. So what's the probability? He has a 6-sided dice. So problem A, I think a lot of people read wrong and just said 6. But it actually wants to know the possible outcomes, so you had to list them out. On a dice, there's the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. B, what's the probability that a 4 comes up? There's only one 4, so it's 1, 6. What's the probability that a number comes up is less than 5? There's 4 of those, so it's 4, 6, or 2/3.